trying to do like that for? My problem is strangling an 8-year-old boy, and I don't agree with that. Why would you answer that? I'm not going to shout it, I'm not going to shout it.
So the only allegation we've got that this male has assaulted anyone comes from these kids who can't tell you anything.
Okay? I'm going to get fucked off when you try to speak to us. But I am No, I'm not doing nothing like that. I'm no gas. I'm not gas. I'm not going to gas this shit. I'm not going to go out and yeah. I already know that. That's how I studied. That's what I was studying. I know I'm on camera. Yeah, I know. Me personally, I know. She even admitted he's gone down for nonsense. He even admitted over the microphone.
Why would you do that? Why would he sit there and be a nonsense and speak to everyone? What is actually running through his head?
Yeah, but we've got
But what you're doing now is cook the bar.
People of Doncaster.
I didn't say no.
People of Doncaster, I love you all. I'm Richie Valance and I'm standing for mayor as a political independent candidate, free from party politics, free from puppets, using my right to freedom of speech. This is a democracy, and now the police have arrived because I've been accused. It's not fair, it's not right to intimidate a political candidate. What?
Can you just turn it down a little bit? Is that alright?
I'm going to stop talking on the mic now because I've been asked to keep it down. But I've got every right to be here, people, and I just wanted to let you know that I love you all. And I love Doncaster, and this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm making a stand, and I'm not going nowhere until more officers arrive. So I invite you all to film this on your phones, just so you got an account of the truth of what really happened. Not people who are calling out racist slurs, calling me a P word, all because I want to stand for election. This is the mentality of some people. We live in a democracy, you're all free to vote, but when you get people that are trying to influence your votes by making up heinous allegations that aren't true, I wouldn't even be sat here if any of this was true. None of it's true. I've just been victimised by the system, I've been victimised by bullies, and that's all they are, bullies. Thank you for listening.
So that's when we started getting verbal back. Because he started it. And you weren't sending these things? I'm not sending them. I'm not going to send that. They're not going to get him done for action. They're going to get him done for this.
You conspiring?
Yeah, I've just had a word with him just as I like him.
You're conspiring against me.
What a waste of money. Why do you need people like him making this town centre? I'm not even joking. Bro, people like that guy got on his t-shirt. We need more people like him in this. We need more people like him. People actually will stand up and not.
Why don't you stand for election then?
And sit people like
Why don't you stand for election then instead of just mouthing there? Why don't you stand for election like I am?
Stupid facts like
Yeah, of course, mate.
He's speaking, I've just told him not to speak to me.
Language. Next one.
I want to make a complaint that they are calling me a paedophile and everything.
Don't speak to them.
Well, move them then. Move them.
They're in a public place. I can't force them to
They're
move.
calling me the public disorder. They're calling me a paedophile and everything.
But they have just as much right to stand where they
What? And call me a paedophile? And call me a
I'm trying to
paedophile?
deal with that, but don't talk to them. You're just amping them up.
How can I not talk to people when they're sat here during a crowd?
I've just said I don't want to speak to you. He's carried on speaking to me. So
Oh, whatever.
you can't stand up, please, man. You can't even stand up, pal.
People like him really get on my nerves. If none of y'all were here, I'd punch his face in it. I really would. I would. I swear that. Why is he gripping people up? I'm 16 feet. Let him grip me up. Let him grip me up and see what happens to him. It's not going to be very good day for him, is it? Why is he gripping people up? It's not fair.
People of Doncaster, thank you for gathering round. What you're witnessing is intimidation of a political candidate, where certain individuals have made certain allegations that are completely unfounded and untrue, simply to sway your opinion against me. Not that you probably would have voted for me anyway, but like every other political candidate, I have a right to be here and have my voice heard, just like you do, just like everybody else does. And I have peacefully been sat here while I've been ridiculed. I've had pot thrown all over me. I've had kids kick my scooter. I've been called names. I've had my disability ridiculed. I've been told I'm a benefit scrounger. I've been told that I don't belong in a mobility scooter. Nobody's been racist. All I've tried to do is highlight what the Tories and what the Conservatives, what Labour Party are doing, not what anybody else is doing. I stand up for me and I stand up for everybody else. I've been in care, I've had it all, and I've seen it all. And I've seen the rot, and this town is being sold off to big companies and developers, and I can't turn a blind eye to that anymore. So, if that means me being ridiculed, if that means me being persecuted, I'll play the martyr. I will be here, and I'll be here again in 4 years' time. And all I want to do is make Doncaster better for everybody.
Would you have anything you'd like to report to me?
Yeah, I've already reported it 3 times to that officer there.
What have you reported?
It's all on camera. So for a start, right, I come here about 2 hours ago, and that gentleman there, right there with the purple hair, starts calling me a P word, starts calling me a fat bastard and all this. Then he incites a few others to join in, maybe friends with, I don't know. But then they start calling me a P word and everything, and before you know it, I've got kids kicking my mobility scooter. Then he's saying that I'm not going to come into town, deliver a speech and start doing all this crap that they've made up, am I?
Have you got it on camera?
Yeah, it's all on here, it's all on
What are
there.
you wanting to do about it?
I want to press charges against him right
You
there.
want to press charges
Yeah, I
against
do,
him
and I want to press
for
charges
that?
against them kids there as well.
Right, the kids are gone.
Yeah, well, you've let them go, haven't you?
Well, I wasn't aware that anything was happening, right? I was
Well,
trying to
I've got him on camera anyway. I've got him on camera anyway, it's all up there. I want him removing right now. I want him gone.
Right, and you've got it on camera. You want to stand up in court and say
Yes,
that
I
he's
will do, of course I
threatened you?
will.
Right, okay, that's fine.
I want him arrested for public disorder. Public disorder. Go on, thank you.
No, excuse me, do not tell me what to do.
I'm not telling you what to do. I'm telling you my rights, and my rights are not to feel intimidated as a political candidate. And they've been threatening to kill me. They've been threatening to beat me up. They've been kicking my scooter. They've been throwing water on me.
He's been kicking your scooter.
Not him personally, but he's been inciting other people to do it.
Has he been the one who's been calling you?
He's been calling me all these names, yeah. I'm sorry, I'm not telling you how to do your job.
Right. What's your first name, sir?
Well, there, Richard Stephen Valance. It's out of order. You can't do this. You know, people are allowed to stand on corners and let their voice be heard.
What's your date of birth?
6th of March 1981. When he first started, I initially went to the Redcoats, or tried to find them at least.
Yeah.
I went into the station and I went to speak to them, but they weren't around, so they were at the market. But by the time I got to the market, they were already disappeared.
Yeah.
So there's only 2 Redcoats on in the whole of Doncaster. Who's enforcing this town? Where's the people that are making it, you know, better for everybody else? All I want to do is make it better.
Where do you live, Richard?
I live in Scawthorpe.
Scawthorpe.
All I want to do is help Doncaster. That's all I want to do.
Postcode?
DN5,
DN5.
9PU.
9PU.
Yeah, Papa Unicorn, yeah. I'll be going in 5 minutes.
No worries. Right.
Because town's shut there. I don't want to get beaten up.
What's your house number?
73.
Sorry?
73.
72.
3.
Oh, 73.
I want to press charges against that gentleman right there.
Well, that's what they'll be dealing with.
Okay.
I can't deal with that as a BC, so that's not
All right.
with that, which is why they've obviously come and taken the details from me on that.
Yeah.
What street name, sorry?
I don't want people to hear it, but I live on Dominion Road.
Dominion.
Yeah. It's the first thing people say is pedo, you know what I mean? It's out of order. Why do I have to put up with that? And I did put up with it. And you saw me, I wasn't kicking off, I wasn't making threats. I wasn't throwing water on people.
What's your phone number?
07482 415 906.
906.
Yeah.
No, you guys are good, thank you. The officers might want to talk to you later just to get your version of events, but yeah, they'll probably ask at some point for that footage, maybe. Then I don't know.
Make sure you save that footage, please. Thank you.
It automatically will save, so don't worry about it.
I feel intimidated. I suffer with anxiety. You know, I'm having a panic attack in the middle of town, and all I want to do is do what's right for the people.
Yeah.
I grew up on St James Street. I've seen it all.
Yeah.
You know, we're talking about a few people here. The rest are just gathered to watch the show.
Yeah.
That's all they're here for.
That's all that ends up happening with situations like this.
Well, I know that, but not to feel intimidated.
No.
The law states that all political candidates, it used to be just MPs, but now it's been moved to local councillors. And I'm sure you've had your training, because they did a recent thing about it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, being the political candidate's irrelevant. You shouldn't feel intimidated as a person
Well,
in general.
this is, ever since I said I was going to stand for election 10 years ago, I've had nothing but grief. But it makes me stronger. It makes me harder. I shouldn't have to put up with it, but I do. I put up with it on a daily basis. I've told you guys about it. I get a lot of slander and hate online. I ignore most of it, but it's got to the point now where the Free Press are actually actively holding it on their website, and they're not deleting any of the comments, so it's swaying public opinion. There are people out there that actually believe that I'm a paedophile. Right. Because idiots like him think they can go around spreading rumours and accusations.
Have you got the speech that you were reading?
Yeah, I was reading it, yeah.
Can I just have a read?
Yeah, of course you can.
They were saying that you were making some comments in it. I just want to clarify what they were saying.
I was just reeling off my speech. Even when they started calling me names, I didn't bite back. I was trying my best to bite my tongue. But when they kept coming close to me and kicking my scooter, that's when I started shouting and telling them to leave. I was trying to get the attention of the redcoats. I even pressed the alarm on this. And they were all laughing at me because nobody came for at least 10-15 minutes. And I've just been ridiculed for no reason. Just because I want to stand up for election and stand up against the real bullies.
Yeah.
You know, that's a class action speech. That's all I've been doing. Minding my own business, reading a speech. I've only been here an hour or two. But in order to keep the peace, which is what you guys are great at doing, I'm going to leave. Because I feel really intimidated right now. And I don't want to escalate the situation any further. I've done what I set out to do, but that man over there, he needs arresting.
Which is what they're currently doing.
Well, it doesn't look like it. It looks like just reasoning with him to me.
He is under arrest.
Right, good. He made me feel like I was that small. He said he discriminated me about I feel like crying. He discriminated me. He said I was in a mobility scooter and I couldn't stand up. He said I'm not standing for anybody because I can't even stand up myself. He said I was claiming PIP on the sly and that I don't deserve it. He said a lot of things. It's all on my phone. But it's all on that camera as well. I don't have what that has on that camera. That'll have everything up there. Everything will be on the camera up there.
They're saying that you were making comments about being a pedo and stuff.
No, I wasn't. I was saying that I stand here accused by him. That's what I said. I said I stand here being accused. Why would I stand here and say I were a pedo, mate?
Yeah.
Get real. Come on.
That's what we're confusing, mate. And
well, nobody's going to stand up and admit to being a pedo, are they? Think about it.
Yeah.
Especially the crowd of people.
Exactly.
Unless I want living bells of shit kicking out of me. And that guy was that convinced who was cycling on a bike.
Yeah.
I want him arrested as well. He was the
he
worst.
is, so he'll get nicked for it, don't worry.
He said he's homeless, right? But my little brother's homeless.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's over there. You know what I mean? End of the day, it's just not right.
Yeah.
How people can just turn against you just like that. I mean, it's a lovely hot day and I've had pop thrown at me, so I'm not going to really complain about that. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just water, it's just pop. But to be intimidated like that, mate, it could have been anything. At first, I thought it could have been acid.
What we've done is have a arrested in.
Yeah.
We are going to need to get a statement from you.
Thank you.
Are you able to come to the police station, or where's best for you to get a statement?
I'll drive up there now. I just don't want attacking en route.
Do you want me to walk with you?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Yeah. And then a colleague.
I'm sorry this has happened, right? I've been here all week and nobody's said anything, and all it takes is one idiot to
It's not your
stand
fault.
up.
I hadn't realised something could happen to you. I thought
I was begging for help. I was begging on here. I was begging for
What we
help.
were trying to figure out is who had done what
Yeah,
exactly,
who done
because
what.
there were a lot
Okay.
of...
Well, this is what happens with crowd control,
Yeah,
isn't
so
it?
what I'd say at the moment, Richie, is
Yeah.
are you alright just to go out of sight for the moment?
I was going to do that anyway.
Yeah,
I was
and
going to
then-
finish
and
up
then
at
go to
5.
police station,
Can this
right?
nice
And
guy
then
escort me to the police station?
Do you want us to start walking now?
I'm just going to say something on my mic, that's it. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. The show's over now. I shouldn't have to feel intimidated, but I feel really saddened today that I'm going to have to leave now. I've been here all week, putting out my speech, and all I want to do is help people. I love you. And I love the homeless. I love the homeless. I'm going to cry now. He's won. He's won. He's made me cry. So all I wanted to do was help. And all I want to do is help Doncaster. Then all I get is grief. Everywhere I go, I get called names. And now I'm being asked to leave. And I didn't cause this. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
What are you crying for, mate?
Come on, Richard, let's go to the station now.
Let's go to that kid. Come on, man, love. Come here, my man.
Come on, let's get you to the station.
Man.
Don't matter if you're homeless to me, mate.
Hey, mate, a bit of man love. What's that? No wrong, that, mate. Fuck that.
All I wanted to do was make things better for people. Come on, let's go before I make it tomorrow and show myself. I can't even think straight.
Alright, Richie, you're in the right.
God bless you. You're doing the right thing. Coming out and expressing, you shouldn't be getting behaviour like that. People should just mind their own business if they don't like it.
It's just the P word,
And
it
they're just
really gets to
horrible.
me because
Yeah,
I got abused.
I heard it all the expletives. Richie's just, expressing his opinion. He's allowed to do that. That's his God-given right.
Thanks,
It's
my
horrible
man.
how people do stuff.
I didn't say anything bad to him.
No,
I tried
nothing.
my best to ignore him.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm just like him. He doesn't understand.
Exactly, man.
But I forgive him.
God bless you, man.
I forgive him. Can I just say what a great job you did there? I know it's so hard to just work out what the bloody hell is going on, even me. But now I don't feel like coming into town anymore. This is what they do, they batter you down because they don't want you to win. They don't want anybody at the bottom to rise from the top. That's all they want, they just want to intimidate you all the time. That's what they've been doing in their offices, the council. They get thousands of pounds to spend on advertising. They get thousands of pounds to spend on advertising. What do I get? My pip. That's what I've spent on this election. 1 month's pip. I got this scooter at hire, £40 a week. That's what he wanted. He wanted to break me. That's what he wanted to do. And he got what he wanted in the end.
I mean, it's understandable to feel that way at the end of the day. Nobody wants to have abuse over them like that.
If there were more than a few people on the left, but there were just him and that other guy going round, and then a few kids, and I was trying to tell people what really happened, and all that kept happening was he kept saying I was threatening to strangle him. I didn't say that at all. Shall we go Waterdale, yeah?
Yeah.
We'll go this way then, yeah? This is mate, the start of it. Yeah, exactly. He's right though, isn't he? Welcome to Donny. I wasn't getting a police escort, I asked for a police escort because I felt intimidated. That's the truth.
Yeah.
And you very kindly, you know, said that you would. Otherwise I'd have gone straight over to the statement later. But I might as well do it now while it's fresh in my mind. It's been beautiful weather though, isn't it?
It is beautiful weather. It's unfortunate that we got ruined by that.
Yeah, but you're coming to town again, they'll only start again.
If anything though, if you go back to town after that and you continue to do your own thing, you're just showing them that they didn't win.
Yeah, but how can I do it now when they threatened to beat me up and stab me and all sorts? The thing is, right, that guy says he's homeless, right? Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, my family are homeless.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the most disconcerting part about it all. That I'm actually standing up for him and his rights. 25% of council tax goes towards their wages, mate.
Yeah.
It's not fair. And every year it goes up and up and up and up. 10-15% you'd be lucky if it goes to fire and South Yorkshire Rescue Service. You don't get any money from council tax. But you have to pay it. It doesn't pay for the police, the crime commissioner and everyone else. That comes straight from central government. So all I'm trying to do is make things better for homeless people. They said the town had a deep clean. It's not had a deep clean in years. Look at the floor, look at what you can see. A lot of people laugh because it was just funny. And I get that. But when it appears that people are supporting people like that, it's just not on. No, it's fine, I know my way. I've lived here all my life. We'll cut through there, yeah? We'll go that way. They don't make them easily accessible, you know, the payment and everything else. Suppose, you know, tensions are high with people when they've got nothing, you know?
Yeah.
And see someone like me standing for election, I'm not a suit. He even said himself he was better dressed than me. You know what I mean? And he was right. I got my t-shirt on inside out because I spilled my dinner down it earlier.
Yeah.
You know? What's that matter? What matters is what you believe in, what you stand up for, not what they tell you.
He's able to fit through.
Yeah, because I'm not that wide, mate. Do you know, if it weren't for this scooter, I'd be dead now. I wouldn't have a reason to live. And you know, it's days like this that I want to come out and do stuff. And normally, like, I get involved with community clean-ups, I get involved with church groups, I get involved with homeless groups. I even sat and ate dinner with homeless people last week.
Yeah.
But then someone started shouting out of windows, F off our streets, homeless people. And I was like, hang on a minute. You know what I mean? You can't say that to them. And I was about to get my phone out and film them doing abuse to homeless. When homeless turned on me, or some of them did, and they were like, right, you can't film us. I said, I'm not filming you people. I'm filming the horrible people that are going past, and I want to document it because I got every right to do that. And they were like, "You got no right to film us." I said, "I don't want to film you. Why would I want to film you? I'd have asked you if I could film you." And then that were it. They were like, "Oh, well, we don't want you round here," so I stopped going out homeless now. But even I struggle to pay for a meal sometimes.
Yeah.
And there's nowhere for me to go for a meal now. Why have they done all this all of a sudden?
I think it's a beer festival or something.
Wow. I didn't notice this earlier. I'd have come down here and delivered my speech. That'd have been a good idea, wouldn't it?
Yeah, maybe this would have been a better spot for you.
Bloody hell. And you'd have been able to get to me quicker.
Yeah. Right behind the station.
Maybe I'll come in tomorrow. Is it on again?
It might be, I don't know the details of it, but...
See, this is what I want to do for police as well, you know, like these gangs that are just like smuggling people over here and all drugs and everything else. You see all these kids joining gangs and it's like, it's terrible. It's really scary how you can see them all shooting at each other's houses and stuff. I'm going to have to go a long way, I'll be quick, I'll catch up with you here. Oh, we'll go that way then, it's alright. Sorry.
No, you're alright.
I thought I could just spin round and go that way. We'll go a long way. All of this, mate, I've seen all my life. Look, St James Street, Old Waterdale, look at it all crumbling. Yeah. I used to play around here and it all used to be clean as a whistle. Even down there, we used to go down the car park, we used to climb on the roofs. I love this town, you know? Yeah, we will left, yeah. I'll just get to the zebra crossing. Straight up there, innit, yeah. I'll calm down a bit now, thank you. I do suffer severe anxiety. I really do, it's awful. Watch out, I nearly got you then. Nearly caught back in your heel. I'm going this way because there's no, the dip down, there's no dips. No, I meant on the other side. Yeah, you'd think there would be, but look all the way along there, up that side on your right, there's no dips, look. And you know when they do dips, it's harder for all people to cross. So you got to think about everybody, haven't you? You can't just, like, you know, help just a few people. Same with all these cycle lanes. But that's what your guys are about, isn't it? The police. Political, isn't it? That's what it should be about. Politics. The police enforce the politics that the government create. The policies that they create. That's what I was saying, look. There is a dip there, look. But yeah, I've got to double back on myself. But if you go all the way down there where them ladies are, there's no dip there. You know that camera on town, on corner?
Yeah.
It picks up sound as well, doesn't it?
I don't know if to pick up sound or not.
Well, when I was speaking to your officers before, I had an incident a few months ago where some kids in Frenchgate called me the P word.
Right.
And I kind of like went up to him and took his picture on my phone.
Right.
So that I could identify him. And the police said I was wrong for doing that because, one, they could have, well, the parents could have complained and they might have thought that I was doing pictures for my own personal ill-gotten gains, which I can see from that perspective. But also, I was wanting to protect myself in case any allegations were made, just like they were then. I didn't threaten to strangle any children. Do you want me to wait in the main, yeah? It's alright.